Hi, it's Tina from Ideas and Embellishment, and I thought I would get on here and talk about some of my go-to junk journal supplies and tools, maybe an overview of them. Of course, the first thing that you want is paper. That's like a big, that's kind of a go-to obvious thing. I like to keep I like craft paper. I like to keep this cardstock craft paper. It's one of my go-tos. I also I print on 28-pound bright white paper that I get at Staples. You could get it at Walmart too. And then I keep the inexpensive 24-pound paper that I use to tea dye. And I also use that to put down on my surface to maybe make, if I'm going to make a mess or something. So paper, yes. And also too, I do use scrapbook paper. You can get scrapbook paper at Hobby Lobby half price during their sales. So I do use some of that. Although I am kind of leaning towards digitals. The thing that I like about digitals, and I get mine on Etsy, I purchased mine on Etsy, is because once you purchase it, you can use them over and over again. It's like if I buy a scrapbook, if I buy a thing of scrapbook paper, a pad of scrapbook paper, once you use it, it's gone. You have to buy more, right? So, but if you get a digital kit or a digital papers or backgrounds or whatever, you can print those out over and over and over again. I always keep some white cardstock too. So if I want to print out a digital on cards, and have cardstock, I have that here too. I usually keep the craft paper, the white paper, and I also keep black cardstock. I like those three. Every once in a while, if I'm doing something for like a baby book or something, I might go and buy pink or blue, but those are my three staples. I have a craft mat that I use. I like this. I need to get a new one. Mine's getting all tore up, so I need to get a new one. Craft mats are great if you need to cut images out using an X-Acto knife or whatever. I also, this little bitty one I got at the Dollar Tree. So they come in all sizes, but honestly, this one works too if you need a craft mat. Dollar Tree. So things don't have to be expensive. Glue. The next thing is glue. I love art glitter glue. I use this a lot. It dries clear. There's no glitter in it. A lot of people are like, nope, no glitter. If you buy the glue, it normally will come, a lot of times it comes with this and another bigger bottle, and you can refill this. I use this a lot. This is my go-to for it. It holds really fast, very, very fast. So, excuse me, me and my coughing. So, anyway, art glitter glue. I also use this Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, whichever. It's Beacon. It is an acetone glue. It doesn't wrinkle your paper. And it dries clear. But what I did is I went to one of the, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. But it's softer. This is pretty hard. This is softer. It helps on my hands because I have arthritis. And it uses the same size top. So you screw the same size top on from one of the older bottles. So what I did is I had an old bottle that I had used up, and I just put the top on here, and this one easier, and I just refill this, and it's the same thing. It's Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix. They're kind of the same thing. Either one will do. Fine. So I use that. Bone folder. I have a bone folder. I have a bunch of them. Y'all, I am a bone folder. I'm a bone folder fanatic. You only need one. Only need one. This is one of my favorites. I like this one because it has this flat edge. And I I think this is in my Amazon store, but I like this one a lot. I think this is my favorite one. It came with this one also. They came together. And I really like the way they feel, and I use both of these a lot. So what do you do with a bone folder? Well, a bone folder is you would crease your paper. So it's like, just for instance, this is a Post-it note. It's not really paper, but if I wanted to fold something, and most of you guys know this, then you take your bone folder and it makes it really nice and crisp. So very nice and crisp. You can also, when you glue, you can use the bone folder to burnish it down so that you don't have any bubbles or anything like that. So definitely you want a bone folder, which brings me to bookbinding kit. Now, if you are going to be making journals, it's really not hard to learn how to sew it. If you buy a bookbinding kit, it will come with thread. It will come with an awl. And I think you can get them for like, I don't know, maybe $10 or something. It will come with, it does come with a bone folder. I believe mine came with these two bone folders. And it also comes with I don't have mine in here, but it comes with a little package of needles. Mine, when I've used almost all the thread, I had to buy some more, but it comes with like 5 or 6 different colors of thread, all different kinds. And like I said, I've gone through it all, but this is making a mess. I bought this bag to put it in, so it didn't come with this bag. It comes in a little box, but it does come with an awl, a little awl, this is what you use to poke holes so that you can sew. And it comes with 2 bone folders. It comes with both of these, and it comes with a bunch of this, and it comes with a package of needles. So it's very inexpensive, and it's really good to have if you want to make journals. And don't be intimidated by sewing journals, y'all. It's so easy. And you can practice on things. You could just practice on regular sheets of paper or whatever. So yes. So anyway, that. Also, excuse my hand, ruler. Obviously, you want a ruler. I like this one because it's got the, it's messy, but it's got the cork on the bottom. You can get these. I use this ruler all the time, and you guys have probably, if you watch my channel at all, you have seen this ruler. Half the time I'm looking for it because it's underneath things, but I do use a ruler a lot. If you're going to be making your own journals, you want to use chipboard or packaging. If you're just beginning, just use packaging. Get some cereal boxes. I do this too. Cereal boxes, glue them together if you want it to be thicker so that you can have, make a journal. If you take a regular sheet of paper, easy to do. If you want to make, the easiest kind of journal to make is to take a sheet of paper, and this is going to be, let's see, this is 5.5 by 8.5. So if you want to do a sheet of paper, then you would make your cover, I would say, so if your paper is 5.5 by 8.5, then you'd probably want to make your cover 6 by 9. And then that way, you just have to fold your paper in half and put it together, and then you got a book. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. One of my go-to tools is this corner rounder. I use this corner rounder all the time. I did end up getting one of the a different kind, but this is my go-to. I use it all the time. It has it's a Catamaru Pro, I don't know, but it's got a small, medium, and a large, and I do. Wasn't very expensive. I use it all the time. I would definitely say get a corner rounder. Okay, then there's the Crocodile. I started out with this one, and I ended up getting this one. If you're only going to get one, I would recommend, I already broke the thing, but it still stands up. I would recommend getting the big one. Just because it's more versatile, because you can get into longer spaces. This one, you are limited by that much. This does come in handy, and honestly though, if I had it to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have this, but it comes in handy. A lot of people don't understand about how to work a Crocodile. I have this chart up here that shows you, and you can download this if you go to Crocodile instructions and look up, just go to the images on Google, it'll find it. As you can see, here is it has this little thing. Both of these have the exact same thing. See the spins? And you can look at the on the one side where it says the bottom, that's this. So it goes from the 3/16 eyelet to the 3/16 eyelet and washer. This one is the flat embellishment. And then it's got this little tiny one, which is 1/8 eyelet and washer. So see, it has, you would use this one for the 3/16 eyelet. So if you're doing eyelets, and you'd use this one for the 1/8, eyelet. This one is for eyelet and washer, okay? So basically you've got this one for the 1/8 eyelet, and this one for the big eyelet. So if you're doing the little eyelet, you would roll it to this, and basically just put it in there like that. Now on this side, you have, this is for the 1/8. These are the two that I use. The 1/8 and then the 3/16 right there. Those are it. 3/16, 1/8. I usually keep this one just so for the 1/8, this is the little eyelet, and I usually keep this one set up for the big one. And these are the exact same way. So like I said, that is, take a screenshot or go there and find it. Once you have that, it'd be easier to use. Although, just so you know, not all eyelets are the same. If you don't get a good quality eyelet, it may mess up. I've had, and honestly, I don't know where you get the ones, but I mean, which is better as far as brand name or whatever, but just get some good eyelets. If you get the ones by We Are Memory Keepers, they are good. If you, Amazon has some, but just look, I mean, honestly, if you go in there and you get what you pay for, right? So, but I definitely use this a lot. You can use it for so much. It will go through anything. This thing will cut through metal. It'll cut through wood. It'll cut through cardboard. It's great. It's one of my go-tos. So there's that chart. Also, distress inks. Now, there are so many crafters who have so much distress ink. Forever and ever, Vintage Photo was the only one I used. Now I will use some others every once in a while, but mostly vintage photo. And you can get these little daubers off of Amazon, and they come with ink blending tools. This is, I think you can get them at Hobby Lobby or whatever, but this is a pack. It comes with 20 pieces. They're very affordable. There are also some DIYers or junk journal people that use other kinds of things. I've seen people use the felt pads, you know, from for furniture. I've seen them use that. So just something to blend tools. You can also use makeup sponges, you know, the ones that you get from the Dollar Tree. You can use those too. They work too. You don't have to have a fancy dauber. You can just use a makeup sponge, makeup brushes. I think I got these. I bought them in a pack, but I got this little one from the Dollar Tree. So this works too. This works perfectly well. You can, here, this work. Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. Okay, so yes, this was my go-to. You don't have to have a bunch. So Distress Oxide is one of the things that I like. Paper trimmer. You need a paper trimmer. Get a long one. This one, because you want to be able to trim 12 by 12 paper. You want to be able to trim, if you have a smaller one, it won't, you won't be able to trim this way. You'll only be able to trim this way if you have a small one. I have a small one and I ended up buying a bigger one. So this is just one. Some people like the, this kind. I don't use this very often. I bought it, but I don't use it very often. I use one of these more than I do that. So, paper trimmer. Envelope. Another thing you can do, I got this. This is a punch board, a scoreboard. So this scoreboard right here came with a trimmer. Already has a trimmer. So this is scoreboard and trimmer in one. A scoreboard is a really good thing to have because it, you know, you can get a really good, you know, you can get a really good score if you, a lot of the crafts and stuff that you see on YouTube, they talk about using a scoreboard. I have this big one that I use, and like I said, it has a trimmer, so if you got one like this, you would only need one. You can have a trimmer and a scoreboard in one. And what, I guess I should have said, what you can do with these is if you have, let's say if you have an envelope or something, most of you guys know what this is, and it has a line and you can follow the line with the scoreboard, and it just makes a really nice line. You have a crease here and the bump here. You fold toward the bump. That's my understanding. I always folded it the other way, but then I saw that somebody said you're supposed to fold toward the bump. So, but whatever works and makes you happy. So scoreboard. One of the other things I like to have on hand, some circle punches. I have a bunch of these. This is a 1-inch circle punch. These you can get at Hobby Lobby. They are very affordable, not very expensive. And also too, Hobby Lobby sometimes will have their circle, their punches on clearance, on sale, like 40% off or something. I prefer this kind. This thing is durable. If you see, all of this is metal. This one, it's metal, but most of it's plastic. I mean, this is just durable, but these are more affordable. So I also saw, sometimes you can find these on Facebook Marketplace. I you can, I've seen people get rid of them. Also, you can get a pack at Hobby Lobby or Michael's that have all different sizes. And I do have all different sizes. I think my smallest one is, let's see, I think this might be my smallest one, and it is 1/2 inch. Or maybe it's this one. I think maybe this is the smallest one. Look how itty bitty. Yeah, look how little bitty. Yep, this must be the smallest one. But I have them in all different sizes. So, cool. I love my circle punches, y'all. Let's see. Nice to have. Are those all the things, honestly, that you can get by with to start to do journal in? One of the things that is nice to have is, where is it? Is this. This is an envelope punch board. It's really nice to have because, like, it makes, I know that it makes a really cool punch like that. And you can also make an envelope. I use tape to tell me which size I want to make. So, like, for instance, you could look and see what size card. So let's say if I wanted to do a 3x5 card, which is an index card, then I would need paper that was 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So let's see, if I get a piece of paper, let's just use a regular piece of paper as a demonstration. Let me get my trusty, so we go 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay. So what it says, 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. It says, sometimes this is hard for me to read because I'm old. I think it says 2 5/8. That's what I'm gonna go. 2 and, so you line up the edge, 2 5/8. Then you punch it. And then you take this little scorer tool and you go down here and you run a line. And then you take that line and you line it up with that little point. And then you punch it again. And then you take that line. Then you do it again. You just line it up. And then do the line. And the last one, line it up. And do the line. So then you have this. And you can take right here, and it makes a rounded corner. So then you would just fold. And a lot of people will fold this and put it on the inside or cut it off. And so here's what I would do. And glue. Now I like to do a little glue right here too, so it catches both sides. And put it down there, put it down there. Then you have an envelope. Very cute. Very cute. So, envelope punch board is good to have. You don't have to have it, obviously, but it is one of my, I'm glad I got it. I have used it quite a bit. I have used it. Okay, I'm trying to get my glue thing back in there. My eyes are not what they used to be. Okay. All right. The other thing that's really good to have, but you don't have to have, is a cinch. And you guys have seen me use my cinch a lot. I actually saved up, I got this for Christmas one year. I didn't buy it. I asked for this for Christmas and my son got it for me. I do love using it. I didn't use it much at first, but the more I do, the more I use. So this is just nice to have. And I've showed you guys a lot how to use that. So, and then lastly is a die cut machine. Now if you're going to get it, I bought, and I have a little one somewhere. Here it is. I have this little Sidekick, and this was one of the ones I bought first, but it will only take dies that are this wide. I think it's like 3 inches, or maybe not even 3 inches. Yes, no, 2.5 inches. So it will only take small dies. If you have a bunch of small dies, then by all means. But I hardly ever use this one anymore. I use the big one. This is a Sidekick. Sidekick. And I use it a lot. You can get, there's all kinds of different ones. Just whatever. There's a cuddle bug. There's just all different kinds. This just happens to be the one that I have, and they all work pretty much the same. So this is nice to have. I got a lot of my die cuts from and embossing folders from Tuesday Morning when they were going out of business. You can find them at thrift shops. And a lot of times Hobby Lobby will have them on sale there. You can find them in their clearance section all the time. And basically it just comes with, it comes with this big thing, and it tells you how to, this big platform, and it tells you how to put things in it. It comes with 2 of these. Of course, mine are tore all to heck because I've used them so much. And then it comes with this, and this is you use if mine's kind of if the dies are really thin. Like some of the dies are really thin, so you have to have an extra little piece, and you just crank it through there. I have a lot of, I keep all of mine, and I don't have a whole lot, but I keep them in this little thing that I got from Hobby Lobby. And see, some of them I got, and also Globlin, I think, that has them. You can probably get them from Temu if you're a Temu person. And I have all of these are embossing folders that some of them I got from, I got a lot of these from a thrift shop. So all of these, most of my embossing folders came from a thrift shop. I was like, oh look, and see, this is for a cuddle bug, but it still works. One of the things that's really cool is that you can get these die cuts like this that have stamps. This is a puppy one. So you can actually stamp and then cut it out using the die cuts. So that's kind of neat. I've never used it, but I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, so that's them. Also, things that are easy to have, fun to have. Also, too, things that you might want to have if you have a big bite. Now, I got this little box from Tractor Supply. But if you're going to use the Big Bite or the Crocodile for eyelets, you're going to need eyelets, obviously. And this is the little ones, and this is the 3/16. I also like these. These are the 3/16, but they look big on the top. So And brads are nice to have. Brads are very inexpensive. Very much so. So anyway, these are just some things that, brads and eyelets, ribbon and lace. Honestly, I don't spend a lot on ribbon and lace. I get all of mine. If I'm going to buy ribbon and lace, I typically will get it from the Dollar Tree. So, that's it. And sometimes I'll get it from Hobby Lobby, but mostly from the Dollar Tree. So, anyway, if there's any other, if I miss something, oh, printer. I have an Epson ET2850. This is a picture of it. It is a, it's an EcoTank printer, and I use it all the time. The refills for the ink, it's the kind that you fill up the reservoirs. The refills for the inks are about $60, but they will last you for a year. When I used to have like a little HP color, I would have to pay like $45 for those little ink cartridges, and they would not last me any time at all. This one lasts me a long time. Like I probably buy ink maybe once a year. That's it. And I print all the time. It was an investment, I won't lie. It was very expensive. But what I'm going to say is, the little HPs and the Canons and all those little things that you can get that cost you like 20, 30 bucks, the ink cartridges are going to cost you the same. And sometimes it's easier, cheaper to buy a printer than it is to buy those ink cartridges and put them in there. This one was expensive, but it's honestly the best investment. There are different ones out there. This one was the less expensive of the ones, and of the EcoTanks, and I really like it. So printer, of course, if you're going to be printing out, a printer is a good investment. You can also, if you buy digitals from Etsy, you can also send them to Staples. You can send them to Staples and they will print them for you. So, I mean, if you don't want to invest in a printer, then you can also do that until you have time. But honestly, that was probably the thing that I love. And it will scan, the Epson will scan, it will copy, it will print. So it has been a lifesaver since I've been retired, because I can scan things and send to people, or documents and whatever. I don't just use it for crafting, I use it for everything. So here's a picture of mine. I love my printer. So anyway, let me know if there's anything else that you think of, that you want to know questions about, and I'll answer you. So until next time, happy crafting, and I will see you later. Bye.